All right, it looks like we have a probability problem. So just looking here already, this would be a third, a third, and a third. This is a half, and that's a quarter and a quarter. Okay, so let's actually read the question and see what they want. Harvey always chooses purple because it's his favorite color. What is the probability that Harvey could move his marker? Okay, I guess I've got it. You're only allowed to move your marker if your color came up on both spins. Okay, so that means we want to know if this is purple, he's got to get purple, purple. So that would be 1/4 times 1/3. There's a 1 out of 12 chance that it'll happen. Is the probability was earlier calculated from a union or an intersection? So union is an or, and intersection is an and. So we can't get purple or green. You can't get purple or yellow. He has to get purple and another purple. So the answer is intersection. Okay. Was purple the best color choice? Let's see, out of 1 out of 12's chance. No, I feel like yellow would be, because this would be a 1/2 times 1/3 is 1/6. Look at this. This is 1 out of 12, and this is 1 out of 6. Some of you go, which one's bigger? Well, think about a pizza. If I had 2 pizzas, would I rather have a pizza from a slice of 12? Whatever, I can't make 12, that's a lot. Or from 6, which to me seems a lot smaller. I'd much rather have a 1/6 of the pizza than I would a 1/12. Okay, because that means I'm taking each of those and cutting them in half. That would be a 1/12. Okay. So the answer is no. Yellow was the best. If both spinners are spun, what is the probability that no one gets to move because the two colors are not the same? So that means it would be green, purple, green, purple, green, yellow. Then I'm looking for purple, green, or purple, yellow, and then yellow, green, and yellow, purple. Okay. So green, purple, plus green, yellow, so 1/4, 1/3, plus purple, green, plus purple, yellow, plus yellow, green, plus yellow, purple. Okay, that's a lot of work for sure. But what I notice is this is 1/4, 1/3, this is 1/4, 1/3, this is 1/4, 1/3, this is 1/4, 1/3. So whatever answer I get for 1/4 times 1/3, which I can do in my calculator, 1 divided by 4 times 1, oh, I don't need that in my calculator, I can multiply that. 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 3 is 12. So one of these is 1/12. So 4 of those would be 4/12. Okay? And then I have 1/2 and 1/3, so I have, which is 1/6. And I have 1/2 plus 1/2 is 1/4. So 1/6 plus 1/4, actually plus 1/3, because that's simplified. So I can do that in my calculator. 1 divided by 6 plus 1 divided by 4 plus 1 divided by 3 gives me a decimal, second PRB. Some of you knew that was 3/4. So there's a 75% chance that you're not going to get the same color. Okay, so if it's a 75% chance of not, that means a 25% chance of is. Okay, hopefully I calculated that right. I went a little bit fast. There are at least 2 ways to calculate the answer in part D. What is another way to solve it? I could have figured out, which I probably should have done, was figure out all the ones that are the same. So that would be green, green, purple, purple, yellow, yellow. Get that answer and subtract it from 1. Okay, that might have been a little bit easier. All right, we're doing the box again. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is squared. What does squared mean? Write it 2 times. Now it's 2 by 2. Okay, this has an equal sign, so we're going to have to multiply the left and box the right here. We're going to have to, wow, this is a good workout. Okay, so let's start here. 3x plus 2, 4x minus 5, 12x squared, minus 15x, 8x, minus 10. Remember, the diagonals are a lot the same. So I get 12x squared minus 7x minus 10 Done. This one, 4x minus 1, 4x minus 1, multiply, multiply, multiply. Remember, a negative times a negative is a positive. Diagonals are the same. Add them. 16x squared minus 8x plus 1. Okay? All right, let me do this. I'm going to draw a line. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 3 is 6x. Now on this side, I'm going to box it out a lot smaller. So 2x squared minus 5x plus 2x minus 5. I'll make that a little bit bigger. Sorry about that. Move that a little bit up. So these two are the same. So I end up with 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. So when I'm solving this, it kind of looks like a pain in the tush, but this is a 2x squared and that's a 2x squared, so it's gone. So I'm left with 6x, negative 3x minus 5, and then move the x to the left. 9x equals negative 5. Divide by 9. 5 can't go into 9. So I get x equals negative 5. Thanks. Okay. So in letter D, I'm going to have to do a box for this one. X plus 1, x plus 1, and I'm going to have to do a box for this one. Move this over a little bit. X plus 2, x plus 2, x squared, x, x1, x squared, 2x, 2x, 4. Remember, we're multiplying. These two are the same. These two are the same. So I end up with x squared plus 2x plus 1. That's this. And this gives me x squared plus 4x plus 4. So I kind of made a mess here, but I'll write it kind of small. So 3 squared is 9 plus x squared plus 2x plus 1. Draw my line. And then x squared plus 4x plus 4. I know it's pretty bad. Sorry about that. So the good thing is x squareds are gone. So now I'm left with, oh, and then 9 plus 1 is 10. So 10 plus 2x is left with 4x plus 4. Now I move the x on the left, the number on the right, minus 4x, minus 10. Negative 2x equals negative 6. Divide by negative 2. X equals 3. I know that was a big mess, but I only have 15 minutes here, so I've got to get through all of it, okay? So calculate the perimeter. This was written twice. This was written twice. So I need to plot this. So let me zoom out a little bit. So A is 3, 2. So I go right, 1, 2, 3, up to A. Oops, B was written twice also. Left 1, up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. B. And then C is 0, negative 2. Okay. They want the perimeter. So if they want the perimeter, they want the outside. The problem is they're all diagonal. So I'm going to have to do my triangles to get the answers. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. So that's 4 and that's 2. So I have to go 4 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. 16 plus 4 is 20, square root of 20. So that side square root of 20. Then I'll do this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So 6 and 1 would be, I know I didn't leave you very much space. I'm sorry about that. 6 squared plus 1 squared equals c squared. 36 plus 1 equals c squared. 37 square root. And now this side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 squared plus 4 squared equals c squared. 9 plus 16 is 25. Ooh, square root of 25 is 5. So now if I'm going to get the perimeter, I have to go this, plus this, plus this. So let me just do that in my calculator. And I get 5 plus the square root button is that blue thing, so second blue, 20, plus, notice I had to put the parentheses, second square root, 37. Rounded to the nearest cents is 1555. So 1555. Okay? Dilate from the origin by a factor of 2. So I'm going to have to take that and multiply by 2. A prime. Multiply that by 2. Negative 2, 8. multiply that by 2, 0, negative 4. So that's B prime, and that's C prime. Okay? And the perimeter, if this is times 2, then take the perimeter and multiply it by 2. So times 2 is 3111. Okay? Now, the next thing they want us to do is take the original triangle and rotate it. Sorry. So that's A, C, B. So if you see the little plus sign right there, remember what we do? We move it once. And then it's there. So it's pretty ugly. But if you notice, they just want C, and C's over there, left 2, 0. Remember, when you rotate things, the numbers are actually related. Okay. Let's go to the next page. All right. This is a longer homework assignment. Awesome. What do they want you to do? They want you to decide if the triangles are similar. Okay, so this is an angle. That matches that. This is an angle, and that matches that, so that's a similarity. Are the triangles congruent? No, because this is 15 and 12 and 9. So they're similar, but they're not congruent. Congruent means exactly the same. All right, so they found that Eddie was weighting coins, not fair. Probability of getting heads was 4/5. And that means the probability of tails is 1/5. Would this change the sample space? No, because the sample space means, what are we talking about? We're talking about heads and tails. So they want to know the probability of getting 1, 2, 3 heads. Well, there's only one way to get it. And remember, but it's not 1/2, is it? It's 4/5. So they want us to go, sorry, let me use this. Probability of getting heads is 4/5, 4/5, and 4/5. Multiply. 64 over 125. This time they're saying heads, tails, tails. So heads is 4/5 times 1/5 times 1/5. The problem is, it could also be tails, heads, tails, which is 1/5 times 4/5 times 1/5. And it could also be tails, tails, heads, which is 1/5 times 1/5 times 4/5. So really, it's like the same thing 3 times. So this would be 4 over 125 times 3, which is 12 over 125. Okay, I don't care about that one because I'm running out of time. Exactly 2 tails, so tails, tails, heads, tails, heads, tails, 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 heads. So 1/5 times 1/5 times 4/5. Did I do that right? Yep. And it's the same thing as this one. So it's 12 over 125. Okay. Reflecting, that means that would be R, E, F, L, E, C, T. So you're just flipping it. This is flipping it, P, S, I, R, M. Oops. All right. And that's your homework.